Welcome back, everybody. I would like to call for a motion to enter into executive session to discuss the corporation's proposed acquisition, sale, or lease of real property. Can I have a motion and a second, please?
Make a motion that we move into executive session to discuss the proposed sale or potential lease.
Thank you, Francis.
I'll have a second on the motion.
Thank you, Vita, and we will now enter, we don't have to vote on that, correct? No, we will now enter into executive session.
Oh, I did.
This meeting is being recorded.
Great. Okay. Okay, folks, we are back. I'd like to take a, get a motion and a second to resume the public meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Charlie. Second,
I'll second.
James and Christine, seconds.
James.
Okay, we are now back into regular session of the public board meeting. Just for awareness, no formal action was taken. Could have been not limited to the appropriation of public monies. Okay, move on to item number 7. There's no unfinished business, so we will continue on with resolutions. Resolution 1, MJ.
A resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation authorizing and approving the annual information statement of the corporation.
Thank you very much. Can I have a motion and a second, please? James, thank you.
I'll second.
Second, Christine, thank you. Henrik Weston will present.
Thank you. Good afternoon. We're presenting this year's annual information statement. It's our standard disclosure document that bondholders use in order to make an informed decision to purchase or sell our securities. We developed this year's annual information statement internally, but also in conjunction with our special disclosure counsel and bond counsel. We, of course, want to be best in class with respect to our disclosure obligations. We had very robust discussions with our external counsel who do this every day, and they are satisfied, as are we, that with the plain language of this document, we've disclosed everything that needs to be disclosed, again, in order for a bondholder or potential bondholder to make an informed decision as to whether to purchase or sell a security.
Thank you, Henrik. Questions, comments? Henrik?
Henrik, I went over it looks like just the only changes were, update, the dates, nothing substantive.
No. Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, we haven't had any programmatic changes.
no.
which would-
No material changes.
Yep.
Thank you.
The only thing I would say is to all directors, we do print a limited number.
Yeah.
And if you would like a printed copy,
Right.
please let Henrik know.
Great.
And we'll include you in that count. We can have it sent to your office. I
Oh.
do use it.
Yep.
Yeah. And Bill Brazel won the
I
photo
was gonna
contest.
say.
Yeah, yeah, good.
Yes, we have an internal competition
For the
where
photo on the front.
Yeah, right.
it's got to be in New York State. It's got to be
Your motor
germane to our
body.
mission, and Bill won again.
Cool,
Nice.
thanks.
Okay.
Great.
All right. All those in favor of ID number 1?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous. ID number 2.
A resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation authorizing the president of the corporation to take necessary actions with respect to the administration of the Supplemental Water Infrastructure Funding Today grant program.
MJ, could I have a motion and a second?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Charlie.
I'll second.
Francis, thank you. Mike Hale and Mayor Cunningham will present.
Okay, Mayor will fill in anything if I forget to mention it, but this is our SWIFT program, as we're calling it, because everything has to have an acronym. But it's really intended to target our federal additional subsidy. We can take anywhere from 10 to 40% of the CAP grant, target additional subsidy to either green projects, which we do under our Green Innovation Grant Program. In this, we are going to target we're going to allow for us to use 30%. We're allowed to use 20% up to 40. We're going to go up to 30. We're going to use that delta to target projects who would be on our hardship list. So hardship communities who are progressing along to the point that they have issued a notice to proceed to construction. And what we want to do is take up to $2 million, capped at 25% of net eligible project costs, to incentivize projects that are moving forward and putting shovels in the ground. We're hoping this helps. We hope this incentivizes projects. They would not be eligible if they've received IJA, additional subsidization, or other ad sub that we can provide. This is limited right now to about $40 million we have available, and I think that is about it. GIGP, just to remind you, we use about $15 million annually for that additional subsidization. So this is just going to be another subset. We hope projects move to that critical step more quickly so that we can get these projects built.
Right.
A little bit more grant.
Yes.
There's some folks that will kind of come as a surprise, but
Yeah, and we obviously are working with projects, and as we see them approaching that milestone, we can
let them know.
let them know that this might be an incentive that they're eligible for.
We're looking at ways to
Yep.
get folks to move their projects.
Yeah.
We do still hear it that, money's not getting out the door, and
Yep.
we'll award it and then we'll get grants, and
Right.
still for a number of reasons,
Yep.
projects don't move.
Yeah, we thought it was important to hit projects that are at that notice to proceed because, absent anything significant happening, they are going into construction, and we want to
already
incentivize
bid.
them to move forward. And
Ready to go.
yeah,
Nice.
Anything further?
notice of award. Notice of award. Okay, I'm sorry. Did I say
Notice of
notice
award.
of proceed?
That's right, you did,
Right,
yes,
they've gone
notice of
into
award.
Sorry.
notice of award.
Notice of award,
Yes.
Notice of award.
one step
Yeah,
prior.
that's right.
Still starting construction, getting to construction.
And where's that capital money, the source of that?
It's our base cap grant whereby we can use from anywhere from 10 to 40% of that.
Right.
20%.
20 to 40%, I'm sorry.
It's only on the clean water.
Clean water. only.
Right, I was just gonna say,
Clean
this is clean water.
Got
Drinking
it.
water, generally they don't have the ability
Yep.
to use that ad sub dollars that they have to use
Mhm.
for green projects.
Yep.
We have the GIGP program.
Sure.
They can't do that, so they do give out
Right.
grants. They give out
Right.
federal grants. We don't generally do that, but we decided to use some of that money to give out ad sub to hopefully encourage
Great.
in, small grants, but enough hopefully to encourage.
Yeah, good.
some
And you
folks.
got your trigger for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Great.
All those in favor of ID number 2?
Aye.
Unanimous. ID number 3.
A resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation making certain determinations and authorizing certain actions in connection with the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund, and authorizing financial assistance payments to certain municipalities to fund eligible drinking water projects from funds appropriated for water infrastructure improvement projects.
I will make a
Good eye.
motion for ID number 3.
Thank you, Vita.
I'll second.
Thank you, Charlie. Dave Phillips will present.
Okay, thank you. We have 14 drinking water projects before the board today. The first one is for the village of Albion in Orleans County. This is an amendment to their short-term financing. The project includes upgrades to the treatment plant, a transmission main, and a booster pump station. The amendment is for a time extension needed for related to DEC and DOT permits related to a creek crossing, and also a cost increase as a result of bids coming in higher than expected. Second project is for the village of Bath in Steuben County. This is IJA lead service line grant and interest-free financing and New York State LIFT grant. And this project includes replacement of 100 lead service lines throughout the village. Next is the town of Chesterfield, Essex County. This is for a long-term interest-free financing. The project included the rehab of the existing surface water treatment plant, new development of new groundwater sources for backup sources, upgrades to the SCADA system and mixing system at the existing storage tank. And this project addressed MCL exceedances for disinfection byproducts and filtered water turbidity, and also addressed the DEC Speedies discharge violation. The next project is the town of Sopus in Ulster County. This is an amendment to their short-term financing. The project is for a new 2 million gallon storage tank that replaced an existing aged tank. The amendment will extend the maturity date to June 2027, which is needed due to unexpected delays during construction. The next is another project for the town of Esopus, amending their short-term financing. This project includes water main replacements and treatment plant upgrades. And this will also be a maturity extension to June 2027 due to unexpected delays during construction. Next project is for the town of Luray in Jefferson County. This is for a WIA grant. It includes a DWSRF base grant and DWSRF interest-free financing. Project is for installation of 13,000 linear feet of water main, including hydrants, valves, and service meters, to extend the existing town consolidated water district and connect and consolidate the former water district number 3. And this project will provide public water to 31 residences currently on inadequate private wells. The next project is for the village of Little Valley in Cattaraugus County. This is an amendment to their short-term interest-free financing. The project includes a new well supply and replacement of approximately 30,000 linear feet of water mains. The amendment is needed for a cost increase due to higher than expected bid prices for contract 2 and for additional engineering service costs. Next is the Livingston County Water and Sewer Authority. This is an amendment to their short-term financing. Project includes storage, tank mixing and aeration upgrades, new water mains installed in the Groveland Station area, interconnection and consolidation of the former American Rock Salt water system, and a new storage tank on Shelley Road. This is an amendment for additional construction costs related to the cost of installing water services, as well as COVID-related cost increases. The next project is for the Manhasset Lakeville Water District in Nassau County. This is for a WIA grant. The project includes a new GAC treatment system to remove PFOA from well number 1 at the Water District's Campbell pumping station. The next project is for the city of Middletown in Orange County. This is for a WIA grant and a short-term market rate financing. This project is for phase 1A of the Kinch Pond raw water transmission main replacement. This phase includes 2,900 linear feet of replacement of their existing 24-inch transmission main with a new 42-inch diameter main. That will be from the Kinch Pond to the Greenville Turnpike. This existing raw water main is over 120 years old. It experiences breaks. It's not adequately buried in many places, and it can't provide adequate capacity for the city's current needs. So this main will be replaced in 2 phases, and the second phase is currently listed on the IUP. The next project is for the town of Pomfret in Chautauqua County. This is for a WIA grant. This is for the new North End Water District. This includes installation of 74,000 linear feet of new water main, as well as hydrants, valves, and service meters, 2 100,000 gallon storage tanks, and 2 new pump stations. And this project will serve approximately 160 residential and commercial properties that are currently served by private wells, and the water will be provided by the city of Dunkirk and the village of Fredonia. The next project is for the village of Rushville in Ontario County, and this is receiving a WIA grant, an IJEC grant, and DWSRF short-term financing. The project is for a new GAC treatment system at their existing water treatment plant, which will treat cyanotoxin contaminations, which happens during blue-green algae blooms. The project also includes a new connection to the town of Gorham water system as a backup source. So this project will address ongoing issues that the village has had with elevated levels of the cyanotoxin microcystin, which is due to harmful algal blooms in the village of Raw Reservoir. And the next project is for the Water Authority of Great Neck North in Nassau County. This is for a WEA grant. And it's for a new GAC treatment system and ion exchange system to remove PFAS from the community drive. Project includes installation of a new GAC treatment system to remove PFOA and PFOS from existing well number 4. That's it. Any questions on any of those?
Dave? Excellent. All those in favor of item number 3? Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Item number 4.
A resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation making certain determinations and authorizing certain actions in connection with the Clean Water State Revolving Fund and authorizing financial assistance payments to certain municipalities to fund eligible clean water projects from funds appropriated for clean water infrastructure projects.
Thank you. Could I have a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Thank you, Francis.
I'll second.
Thank you, Charlie. Bill Brazel will present.
Great, good afternoon. Today we have 12 projects before the board for approval. Start off with 2 Chautauqua County projects that affect Chautauqua Lake. First is a long-term financing for the South and Center Chautauqua Lake sewer districts. Chautauqua Lake is an impaired water body due to excessive phosphorus reaching the lake, in part due to individual septic systems that do not meet current standards. To reduce this impact, sewer district extended sewer service on the west side of the lake in the town of North Harmony. Project included 265 grinder pumps, 6 duplex grinder pumps, over 75,000 linear feet of force main, and 3 pump station. This was the first of 3 phases that comprised the west side sewer extension. The project was supported with an engineering planning grant in 2015. Construction began in 2021 and wrapped up in the summer of 2024. The second Chautauqua County project is a short-term financing for the North Chautauqua Lake Sewer District. Excessive I&I in the collection system has caused speedies permit violations for flow over the last several years. County will replace approximately 2,800 linear feet of sewer, install nearly 24,000 linear feet of cured in place pipelining, along with sewer spot repairs and 63 manhole rehabilitations, all within the village of Mayville. This project was supported with an engineering planning grant from 2019, and the financing includes a WEA grant. Construction is expected to start in the spring of 2026 and be complete in the spring of 2027. Then we have a short-term financing for the town of Cortland in Westchester County. The town of Cortland owns and operates a 56,000 gallon per day wastewater treatment plant that serves the Dickerson Pond Sewer District. The treatment plant had a critical failure of the control system and tears in the membrane of the membrane bioreactor in August of 2023. This resulted in an inability to operate the treatment plant, and the town needed to pump and haul sewage from the treatment plant until repairs could be made. The treatment plant restarted operation in December 2023. This project initially was funded with an emergency loan through EFC's emergency loan program. Construction, as I said, wrapped up in December of 2023. Next, we have a short-term financing for the village of Moravia in Cayuga County. The village's treatment plant has a permitted capacity of 600,000 gallons per day and treats about 450,000 gallons. This project includes upgrades and replacements of equipment throughout the treatment plant. An original financing for this project closed in January of 2022. Will now be used for funding engineering costs. This new financing is being revised through this phase to increase the total project cost, expand the scope, and incorporate WIA, base SRF, and IJIC grants. Also note that the Department of Corrections has a facility that discharges to this wastewater treatment plant. And through an agreement between the village and docks, they're making a significant contribution to the project. This project was supported with an engineering planning grant from 2018. Construction started this past spring and is expected to be complete in late 2026 or early 2027. We have a short-term financing for the city of Oneonta in Otsego County. Oneonta has a 4 million gallon per day treatment plant that sees an average daily flow of 2 million gallons. The plant was originally constructed in 1973, and although it has had improvements over the years, certain components are now reaching the end of their useful life. Additionally, the facility speedies permit now has a 1 milligram per liter phosphorus limit. This financing covers phase 2 of a 2-phase treatment plant upgrade. This phase included replacement of inflow and effluent pumps, along with trickling filter and secondary clarifier upgrades. Phase also includes upgrades to the sludge drying beds and digester. This project protects water quality in the Susquehanna River, which is part of the Chesapeake Bay watershed. Financing includes a IJIC grant. Construction is expected to begin in February of 2026 and be March of 2027. Next, we have a short-term financing for the town of Owasco in Cayuga County. The town of Owasco's sewer district number 1 contributes wastewater to the city of Auburn wastewater treatment plant. Portions of sewer district number 1 were constructed in 1939. The collection system experiences a significant inflow infiltration, and they have had sanitary sewer overflows during wet weather events. The project includes replacement of approximately 3,860 linear feet of sanitary sewer, installation of about 4,500 linear feet of new storm sewer, and replacement of 17 manholes. This project includes a 2023 WIA grant. Construction started in May of 2025 and should be complete in August of 2027. Next, we have 2 short-term financings for the village of Port Chester in Westchester County. The village has a sanitary sewer collection system that discharges to Westchester County's Port Chester wastewater treatment plant. The village and Westchester County have an administrative order from EPA to address inflow and infiltration within the sewer system. The village completed a sanitary sewer evaluation study of their entire collection system and will complete multiple phases of work through multiple financings to address the I&I. These 2 financings include sewer rehabilitation to remove illicit connections, separate storm sewers from the sanitary sewer system, and increase overall capacity of the sewer system. Phase 1 includes replacement of approximately 4,350 linear feet of sanitary sewer mains, and replacement of approximately 40 existing sewer manholes. They also install 450 linear feet of new storm sewers. Phase 2 includes replacement of approximately 1,500 linear feet of sewer mains, 20 new manholes, along with 400 linear feet of storm sewers and 5 new storm sewer catch basins. These 2 projects will help protect water quality in Long Island Sound. Both projects include IJIC grants. The phase 1 project started construction this past January and will be complete in October of 2027. The much smaller phase 2 project will start work later in 2025, right about now, and be complete in November of 2026. And we have a short-term financing for a new collection system in the currently unsewered hamlet of Warnerville in the town of Richmondville in Schoharie County. Warnerville consists of approximately 183 residential and 85 commercial properties, all served by septic systems. The residents and businesses requested that the town form a sewer district to replace failing septic systems. They're going to install approximately 17,000 linear feet of gravity sewer, nearly 20,000 force main, and 4 pump stations. Sewage will be conveyed to the village of Richmondville wastewater treatment plant for treatment. These improvements will improve groundwater quality. Additionally, some of the septic systems in Warnerville are within 100-year flood zones. Replacing them will increase resiliency within the hamlet. This is also project has a WIA grant and an IJA grant. Construction is expected to start in spring of 2026 and be complete in June of 2027. Next, we have a grant only for the town of Southampton in Suffolk County. The hamlet of Riverside, like Warnerville that I just talked about, is currently served by on-site sewage disposal systems. Nitrogen from the on-site systems negatively affects water quality in the Peconic River, part of the Peconic estuary. To address this issue, the town is installing a sewage collection system and constructing a wastewater treatment plant. We do this in 2 phases. This project, phase 1, includes construction of a low pressure sewer collection system and a 200,000 gallon per day wastewater treatment plant. Will replace about 170 septic systems. Low pressure sewer system consists of approximately 119 grinder pump stations and 24,000 feet of force main. Phase 2 will be taken on as a separate project in the future. This project includes resiliency measures that is located in a tidal area. Portions of the service area are located within a 100-year flood zone, so all critical equipment will be at least 3 feet above base flood elevation, plus projected sea level rise. Will comply with the Community Risk and Resiliency Act. This project includes a significant IJA grant. Construction is expected to start in May of 2027 and be complete in 2030. So then we have another grant only, this for the city of Syracuse and Onondaga County. The city has a sanitary sewer collection system that discharges to Onondaga County's Metro wastewater treatment plant. Residents on Rand Avenue, School Street, and St. Mark's Avenue in the far west side neighborhood of Syracuse are currently served by a deficient private sewer that has a history of sewer backups into basements. The city will install approximately 400 linear feet of sewer main, 5 new manholes and laterals. It's a small project to serve 6 homes, but we'll give them reliable sewage disposal. Work is expected to start in July of 2026 and be complete in December of 2026. And finally, we have a short-term amendment for the village of Webster in Monroe County. Project involves upgrades to the village's wastewater treatment plant, including 2 new trickling filters, construction of a new chemical and septic receiving building, replacement of various pumps, and installation of a new chlorine disinfection system. The village wastewater treatment plant is adjacent to the town of Webster treatment plant. And historically, the effluent from both treatment plants was disinfected at the town's treatment plant. The village will now handle their own disinfection and continue to discharge through, both treatment plants will discharge through a common outfall pipe. Construction started in the spring of 2024 and is expected to be complete early 2026. Are there any questions?
Let's go.
Go.
Can we hold on a vote, please? We don't yet have visual with live stream.
We did.
We did, and it's
I would
gone.
lost that.
That's why we're using my. Close that. Oh, thank you.
I have to run.
Connor was telling you.
You got enough. So I can sneak out.
So we're okay, MJ?
We're on visual now?
Not yet, Mayor confirming.
I'll leave.
I don't leave. Thanks. Good.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay, great. Did anyone have anything for Bill?
Well, Mr. Chairman,
Thank you, Francis. All those in favor of ID number 4?
Aye.
aye.
Okay. One of our members will be vacating us, Mr. Krasansky, so we'll be moving forward with a quorum, obviously. How about ID number 5?
Resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation authorizing the president of the corporation or the president's designee to enter into a contract for ratings, data, and securities pricing subscription services and the utilization of certain funds for the purchase of such services.
Thank you. Could I have a motion and a second, please?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Christine. And Vita said second. Thank you. Emily Jamison will present.
Good afternoon. This is a renewal of our previous authorization. There's a number of financing subscriptions that we use, both rating agencies and then also Bond Buyer and Bloomberg, in order to get pricing data. The previous authorization was for up to 5 years and not to exceed $500,000. We have now reached that amount. And so we are looking to essentially do the same thing again, although to take into account the fact that costs are rising, we would like to increase it to 5 years and $700,000. So any questions?
So we're increasing the term?
So it's renewing, starting over with a new term of 5 years, because we're at 4 years and change, I think.
Oh, I get it. Sorry. Yep.
So it'd start a new 5 years, but we just wanted to increase the amount slightly as we're seeing costs have, slowly escalated over time. So 700,000 instead of 500,000.
Great. Okay. All those in favor of ID number 5? Aye. Okay, unanimous. ID number 6.
A resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation authorizing the president of the corporation or the president's designee to enter into a contract with She International Corporation to provide the rubric software platform and the utilization of certain funds for the purchase of such services.
Thank you, MJ. Could I have a motion and a second, please?
Motion.
Second James's motion.
Thank you, James and Francis. Maureen McGrath will present.
So before you today is a renewal for our rubric software. We originally procured this in 2022. This contract, we use rubric for a couple different things. This one in particular is for our secure backup solution that we use for disaster recovery purposes. This gives us Vault Cloud Backup that provides redundant storage for our data in the event our disaster recovery site is unavailable. And that allows for faster system restoration. This is also for our archive backups, which is similar to cloud backups, but it's used for long-term data archiving. Rubric has had a really strong return on investment for us since its integration, with its functionality for file restoration, data deletion, and full system restoration capabilities. We issued an RFQ in September of 2025 through the OGS contract system for IT umbrella services. SHI International Corporation was the only firm to respond, and the price was below OGS rates. Board approval is required for this because the term of the contract exceeds 1 year, and the total estimated cost for 3 years is $123,000.
You, Maureen, anything for Maureen?
That's good.
Agreed. Okay, all those in favor of ID number 6? Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Okay. ID number 7.
A resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation authorizing the president of the corporation or the president's designee to enter into a contract for legal research services and the utilization of certain funds for the purchase of such services.
MJ, can I have a motion and a second?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Francis and
Second.
Christine with those two.
Second, Christine.
And Henrik will present.
Hello, we, as attorneys naturally have to do legal research. We're called upon to interpret constitutional and statutory provisions and the way courts have sort of, interpreted those provisions. And so we would like to continue using the services of a vendor that we've been working with since 2013. This is before you today because the contract is actually for 3 years. So anything in excess of 1 year requires approval by the board by resolution pursuant to the public authorities law and our procurement guidelines.
Henrik?
And total cost?
$29,000 in the first year.
Anything for Henrik?
It's good
Excellent.
one. Thomas Reuters is it. We all use. It's good.
Okay, all those in favor of ID number 7?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. I would like to call for a motion to suspend Article 4, Section 7 and 9 of the corporation's bylaws pursuant to Article 8 Roman numerals thereof, insofar as they relate to the requirement that a complete agenda and copies of all proposed resolutions be provided to each director at least 7 days prior to the board meeting. So could I get a motion and a second of that issue?
I'll make a motion for that exception.
Thank you, Vita.
I'll
Have a second? Thank you, second. I think that was Jim. Okay,
Yeah.
any discussion? Great, okay. I don't need it. There's no, we're not voting on it.
No.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Next item, is ID number 8.
A resolution of the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation authorizing the president of the corporation to execute a letter of intent for new principal office space.
Thank you, MJ. Could I have a motion and a second for ID number 8?
Make a motion for ID number 8.
Thank you, Vita.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Christine. And President Coleman will present.
Okay, and just briefly, we're suspending the provisions of the bylaws because of this specific provision, because we provided it notice of this resolution yesterday. So we didn't have the full 7 days. So we went into an executive session at the beginning of the meeting. As everyone who's been watching, if you're still there, knows. We need to move into new office space for several reasons, including that we're running out of room and we anticipate our numbers growing in the future. So we discussed with the board proposed notice of terms that we may be going in a 9, but we were just looking now at a non-binding letter of intent. So we're seeking the board's approval for me to execute the, again, non-binding letter of intent. And we will come back to the board, probably in a special meeting in November, we hope, to get a approval in a public meeting for execution of a lease agreement, a negotiated lease agreement, which of course will be binding.
Any conversation on that? Great. All those in favor of ID number 8? Aye.
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 Unanimous. Any new business? New business. Okay. Before I get a motion to adjourn, the next meeting will be Thursday, December 11th at 11:30. It'll be preceded by finance at 10:30, chaired by member Francis Corcoran, and then audit at 11, chaired by Charlie Krasansky. I'm not mistaken.
Yep, just saying, notwithstanding that we hope
might
to have a special meeting in November, and just
Correct.
want to thank everyone who has stuck around.
Yes.
It's a very long meeting and some technical difficulties.
Thank you to Mayor
on
and
the eve of
MJ
Halloween.
for keeping the train moving down there.
Yeah.
Whatever they're.
So, thank you.
Okay, I'll take a motion and a second to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Francis.
Second.
Thank you, Jim. All those in favor of adjournment? Aye.
Aye.
Good
Aye.
meeting, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah,
Aye.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy flying, Vita.